Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report Tuesday Live Update. I'm Juliana Stevenson. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen offered assurance today that the U.S. banking system is stabilizing.
Our banking system is sound, even as it's come under some pressure. As I indicated,
Yellen spoke to the American Bankers Association in Washington, D.C. following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and First Republic Bank over the last 2 weeks. Yellen drew clear differences between recent events and the 2008 financial meltdown, but she said that additional arrangements could be warranted if there are any new failures at smaller banks. A Virginia prosecutor released surveillance video this morning from a mental hospital related to the now well-publicized death of a patient. The following video contains graphic content that may be disturbing to some viewers. County Commonwealth's attorney, 28-year-old Irvo Otieno, suffocated to death on March 6th at Central State Hospital. In the video, sheriff's deputies and hospital staff are seen forcing Otieno into a room and dragging him onto the floor. About 12 minutes after the incident began, Otieno appears unresponsive. 3 more minutes pass before CPR begins. Employees at the hospital called 911 multiple times. Prosecutors say they don't believe the hospital called until after Otieno had died. 7 Henrico County Sheriff's deputies and 3 security guards at Central State Hospital are facing second-degree murder charges. The investigation is ongoing. And classes are canceled today in the second largest school district in the U.S. because 30,000 workers are on strike.
We want justice! When do we want it? Now!
Workers at the Los Angeles Unified School District organized a walkout following about a year of failed contract negotiations. The workers involved include bus drivers, cafeteria workers, special education assistants, and custodians. Their union is asking for pay hikes, more full-time jobs, more staff, and more respectful treatment. The strike is scheduled to last 3 days, so 500,000 kids could be out of class until Friday in LA. Chinese leader Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin are meeting today for a second day of talks at the Kremlin. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says there has not been any proof that China will deliver weapons to aid Russia in its invasion of Ukraine, but there have been signs that Putin have requested aid.
China should not provide lethal aid to Russia. That will be to support an illegal war.
The U.S. National Security Council announced plans today to accelerate the time it takes to ship missiles and tanks to Ukraine, amid international concerns about Xi and Putin's meetings. U.S. officials say they plan to send older models of the vehicles instead of the newer ones the U.S. had pledged. The plan will shave off months from the shipping time and reduce the training period needed to operate the equipment. The number of tanks the U.S. plans to send remains the same at 31. And some exciting news from our neighbors just south in Roanoke, where a wildlife center recently got a new patient, a baby owl chick. But caring for the owlet is a little challenging, Clayton McChesney explains.
This is not a Furby or a strange chicken. This is an owl chick, or owlet, and it's less than 1 month old. The Roanoke County Police brought it to the Southwest Virginia Wildlife Center after it was found on a porch.
We've had some storms and some heavy winds recently here in Southwest Virginia. So likely what happened is in those heavy winds that dislodged the bird from the nest, he fell out of the nest, and he was on someone's porch for 2 days by himself before the police were called, and the police brought him to us.
The Wildlife Center believes it had been some time since the owlet had been fed, meaning Mom and Dad are not around to take care of it. Luckily, the center was able to take it in. But the owlet can't thank its rescuers.
Birds of prey can imprint just like ducklings do on humans. And the more contact we have with that wild animal, the more there's a possibility that it could become, habituated or even imprinted on a human. And obviously we don't want that. We want to do what we can to return this animal to the wild.
The owlet is still too young to feed himself, so the center uses long forceps as a beak to get bits of meat into the baby's mouth. They also have another method of interacting with the owl, and it's a bit unusual.
But we also wear a mask that makes us look like a great horned owl that has little eye holes so we can see.
In addition to the masks, the center lets the owlet see other owls in their care to become more familiar with its own species. The owlet will be in the care of the center until it's ready to be on its own, which Olson Hodges says won't be until early fall.
Thank you for watching the Rockbridge Report Tuesday live update.